go. Good jab. Keep it going. Way too long.
Second death workout done. It's not a joke, but the day's not over.
Jake Paul just gave a new warning to Mike Tyson by knocking out his sparring partner. It appears that the situation is getting intense as a lot of things are happening ahead of their bout.
Good round, Jake. Check that. Good right hand. Perfect. Good shot. Nice and short on that right hand. Good. There all day.
Let's take hand movement, yeah.
Touch his jab. Keep working. Throw
it
out. Do it.
Recently, some updates revealed that Mike Tyson declined to fight with Jake Paul, and Hasim Rahman Jr. will take his spot. Hasim Rahman Jr. tweeted, "I am thrilled to share some breaking news with all of you. As many of you know, Mike Tyson has unfortunately not been approved by the commission for his highly anticipated bout with Jake Paul. However, I am delighted to announce that I have been selected as the replacement, with ample time to prepare for this momentous event." He proceeded to discuss the upcoming training camp with unwavering confidence, expressing his belief in his ability to demonstrate his skills in the ring and secure victory against Paul. The penultimate passage reiterated gratitude to all those who share a passion for sports. In the end, he said, "As we look forward to the upcoming bout, let's make this April Fool's Day one to remember and bring some light to the fact that this is what fights fans should be getting. Probably it was meant for pure jest." However, as several responses depicted, the tweet seems to have missed the target. Many instead found a golden opportunity to take a dig at former heavyweight champion Hasim Rahman's son. Similarly, KSI surprised everyone with an April Fool's prank aimed at Jake Paul, revealing a mock bout with boxing icon George Foreman. KSI was among those who attacked Paul and has questioned if his fight will be sanctioned. As an exhibition whilst writing 50+ years old, no one wanted this. So sad to see that man. KSI tweeted a mock fight poster for a bout against Foreman and wrote, "I'm back, baby, fighting 75-year-old legend and former champ. Don't worry, age ain't nothing but a number. Foreman hits harder and is faster than ever before." The teasing aimed at Paul continued as KSI's spoof bout was reportedly scheduled to broadcast live on Netflix, a playful jab at Paul and Tyson's match being featured on Netflix. The poster also had spoof fight rules that read, "No knockouts, 5-second rounds, 150-ounce gloves, no knockouts, and no punching allowed." Despite the humor in the poster, KSI disregarded the customary rule that April Fool's Day pranks should cease by midday, thus risking being labeled the fool for extending the joke beyond the designated time frame. The specifics of the regulations governing the Paul versus Tyson showdown remain shrouded in ambiguity. Yet, amidst this uncertainty, both contenders share a common desire for the match to be officially recognized as a professional encounter. Tyson, renowned as a formidable force with his knockout prowess etched in boxing annals, stands as a daunting adversary. However, Paul, with unwavering audacity, has thrown down the gauntlet to Iron Mike, aiming to etch his name in history as the first to send Tyson to the canvas, a feat yet to be achieved in his 11 previous bouts. Paul said on his BS podcast, "I want to see how hard he hits. Let's see all the legends, the myths, because you're Iron Mike Tyson, but I have an iron chin. People know that. I take shots. I think people are underestimating me for being able to deal with his power, and that's something that's going to make it interesting." However, Tyson stands firm in his defense of his impending bout against Paul, asserting confidently that the showdown is poised to captivate billions of viewers worldwide. Numerous ambiguities persist regarding the regulations governing the upcoming bout, yet Paul and Tyson share a common desire for the fight to attain official sanctioning as a professional contest. Tyson has now responded to his critics by telling Reuters, "I'm 58 and what? I'm getting billions of views from just talking to somebody about fighting. Everybody, even most of the athletes, they're jealous. That's whack." Tyson questioned the possibility of selling out an arena and asked who at 58 could fill an 80,000-seat arena. He wondered why Paul wanted to fight him specifically and not anyone else. He noted that while many boxers wanted to fight Paul if he fought them, only the people who liked him would attend. Tyson said, "I say in your prime you couldn't draw 1 million people, man. What are you talking about? You couldn't sell out the arena. Who at 58 could sell out an 80,000-seat arena? Why do you think he wants to fight me and not anybody else? Everybody wants to fight him. All the boxers want to fight him. But if he fights them, the only people that will come are the people that like him. Tyson commented that the parents of other fighters might not even attend their matches, stating that some fighters are too dull for even their own children to watch. Tyson added, the other guys, their parents might not even come to watch them. That's just keeping it real. They're too boring for their children to watch. It's like watching grass grow. If Paul and Tyson's bout gains approval as an exhibition match, it's probable that there won't be any official scoring by judges, and the rounds may be shortened to 2 minutes instead of the usual 3. Mange, the communications manager at the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations, mentioned that they've only been briefed on the date of the event thus far. Mange told USA Today Sports, the promoter will need to submit proposed cards before we determine whether a particular contest would be considered as an exhibition or a professional fight, or how a proposed exhibition might be structured. We can also request additional testing if we think it's appropriate. Amid concerns about the fight falling short of expectations, Roy Jones Jr. has recently divulged some promising updates. In a recent guest spot on the Lunch Club podcast, as reported by The Mirror, the 55-year-old offered fresh insights into the ongoing developments surrounding the highly anticipated Tyson vs. Paul showdown. Jones Jr. said, the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson fight is not an exhibition. I've heard it's been upgraded to a fight. If it's a fight, it's very intriguing how it may turn out, because Jake Paul has gotten a lot better as a boxer over the days, but Mike Tyson, even at 58, is still Mike Tyson. The consideration of transitioning to an exhibition match stems from apprehensions surrounding the substantial 31-year age difference between the two pugilists coming to the fight night. Tyson will be 58, whereas Paul will be 27. Nonetheless, Jones remained confident in Tyson's ability to outperform his youthful adversary. He said, when I boxed him, he still punched like Mike Tyson. If he hits anybody square on the chin, it's going to be problematic. I don't care who it is. I like Jake Paul, he's a good guy, and he's doing good with his boxing stuff. I think it's a good promotional situation for him and Mike. They should get really good numbers, especially having upgraded to a real fight. When prompted to forecast the outcome of the match, Jones conceded that Tyson's performance in the initial rounds would be pivotal. Jones also said that if Jake managed to evade Tyson for 4 or 5 rounds, he would have a chance, but he would need to put in significant effort to avoid him. He added, if Mike comes out and does what Mike normally does, then it's going to be a tough situation for Jake. If Jake can stay away from him for 4 or 5 rounds, then Jake has a chance, but he's going to have to do a lot to stay away from him. Nakisa Badarian, a key associate of Paul's within Most Valuable Promotions, has come forward to address the swirling rumors surrounding the impending fight, staunchly refuting their validity and shedding light on what he calls the truth of the matter. Speaking in a video message released via Most Valuable Promotions' X account, Badarian stated that there was no breaking news and urged people to stop spreading false information. He clarified that there was no truth to the rumors surrounding Paul and Tyson. He further explained that what was true was that Tyson was in incredible shape, training intensely like he hadn't in many years, and was looking formidable for Paul.
Breaking news! There is no news. Stop spreading fake news. There's no truth to all this stuff around Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Here's what is true. 1, Mike Tyson is in unbelievable shape and training like he hasn't in many, many years, and it's looking scary for Jake Paul.
Nakisa Badarian continued by stating that there were no tickets available for sale, and any tickets purchased were for non-existent seats. He also mentioned that over 85,000 people had signed up to gain access to tickets once they were available for sale. He emphasized that this event was going to be historic.
2, there are no tickets for sale. If you bought tickets, those are tickets that don't exist.
You're a fool.
3, over 85,000 people have signed up to get access to tickets when they go on sale. This is going to be a historic event.
Paul himself previously dismissed the rumors, too. Speaking on the BS with Jake Paul podcast, he said, it's fucking absurd. First of all, obviously, none of that's true. They're so fucking stupid. Anyone who believes that shit should not be allowed to vote. It's sad. We live in a fucked up world. Humans are getting more and more stupid every single day. It's crazy, bro. The upcoming showdown scheduled to stream on Netflix this summer is gearing up to be a colossal event of the year. And Badarian's words about Tyson's remarkable physical condition for the bout were no exaggeration. Moreover, Tyson expressed his anticipation about facing Jake Paul in the ring. He acknowledged Paul's growth as a boxer over the years and said it would be enjoyable to see what a young boxer's will and ambition could achieve with the experience and skills of the greatest of all time. Tyson said, I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years, so it will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT. It's a full circle moment that will be beyond thrilling to watch. As I start started him on his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones, and now I plan to finish him. When the two step into the ring, a chasm of over 30 years will separate their ages. However, spectators discern a vast contrast in their training footage, especially as Tyson nears his 58th birthday. The epitome of ferocity and agility, the baddest man on the planet maintains his formidable power and unmatched head movement. Despite his last competitive bout dating back to 2005, in the videos circulating on the internet, he displayed immense force as he relentlessly delivered strikes to his coach's pads, following up with vigorous pummeling of the punching bag. Although Paul's skill and velocity have notably progressed, there's a stark contrast between his current performance and his past abilities. One wrote, "Mike Tyson, a 57-year-old man, is moving like a man in his 20s. This is a death sentence." A second said, "If this is a real fight and not just a publicity stunt, then Jake is a dead man." A third commented, "I hope Mike has newly developed hate and anger. Seems to me like he was a destroyer when he lived in hate." However, Jake Paul, accustomed to facing off against seasoned UFC veterans, exudes unwavering confidence as he prepares for his upcoming showdown. On his social media channels, Paul shared a video of the third day of his training camp with the accompanying message, "Day 3, Mikey Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see." The 10-second clip included a variety of clips showing the influencer being tested.
Day 3, Mikey Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. Whoop.
However, on social media, Paul was criticized by a fan for donning gloves of various colors. One person said, "They're gonna keep allowing him to wear those black and white gloves?" A comment which left several others deliberating boxing regulations around glove color. During an amateur boxing bout, the hometown contender is required to don red gloves, whereas the visiting contender must sport blue gloves. This rule is in place to facilitate clear identification for referees and uphold the integrity of the match. Regarding glove color, there are no set regulations in professional boxing. Meanwhile, this fan warned Jake Paul, "Better work on your defense if you want to withstand those heavy blows from Tyson." Another added, "If you're gonna fight someone over twice your age, at least act like an adult." One of the hardest boxers in history, Tyson was thought to be. Paul has questioned the mythical nature of the legend's potency. Nevertheless, Paul recently said, "I am biting off a lot. This is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent regardless of age because power is the last thing to go." Paul also commented on the overwhelming reaction and reception to the upcoming fight, describing it as unbelievable and surreal. He added, "The reaction and reception of it is insane. I almost can't even believe it. So very surreal and very, very grateful for all of that. We're going to see. I'm excited. I literally can't wait to look across the ring and see him and give him a fucking death stare." On the other hand, in a recent sparring session that has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, Jake Paul showcased his growing prowess in the ring by delivering a devastating knockout blow to his sparring partner, Hasim Rahman Jr. The full sparring footage, which has since garnered significant attention online, reveals Paul's aggressive and precise striking ability, raising eyebrows and prompting speculation about his upcoming bout with boxing legend Mike Tyson.
That's all right, though.
Rock, they said no photos, Rock.
Huh?
They said no photos.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, let's work to your right. Come on, Trent. Go ahead.
The footage begins with both fighters sizing each other up, exchanging jabs, and testing each other's defenses. As the round progresses, Paul begins to assert his dominance, landing a series of powerful combinations that visibly stagger Rahman Jr. Despite Rahman Jr.'s efforts to mount a counterattack,
Get up. Head up the center. There you go. Jab. There you go.
the pivotal moment comes towards the end of the round, when Paul unleashes a ferocious right hook that connects flush with Rahman Jr.'s jaw, sending him crashing to the canvas in a dramatic knockout. The referee immediately steps in to halt the action, signaling the end of the sparring session and showcasing Paul's knockout power.
He ain't moved me back once yet, so. Yeah, there you go.
You sound like Floyd Mayweather.
I do. Keep working. There you go. You don't sound like Floyd, though. I'll tell you that much.
I wasn't trying to sound like Jake Paul, bitch.
Sound like him.
The knockout serves as a clear warning to Mike Tyson and the rest of the boxing world, demonstrating Paul's improving skills and his readiness to step up in competition. While some may dismiss the knockout as a mere sparring session, the footage undeniably adds a new dimension of intrigue to the buildup of a potential showdown between Paul and Tyson.
One, two, to your right, set the right hand up. Need more right hand. Step to your right.
On the other hand, Mike Tyson's former sparring partner Joe Egan wants to fight Logan Paul. Engaging with the online community, the former professional athlete, age 59, posted a personalized message directed towards the popular YouTube personality. He said, "Hello Logan Paul, my name is Joe Egan. I'm 7 times Irish boxing champion and sparring partner to the great Mike Tyson. Your brother Jake Paul is going to get in and box. I admire that man so much for having the courage to box one of the most ferocious punchers of our era." Egan mentioned that he had stepped forward to face John Fury, but John didn't show interest, describing him as lacking courage. He encouraged Logan, believing that like his brother, he probably had courage, and proposed that they should step into the ring together to box. Egan added, "Now listen, John Fury hasn't got any courage. I stepped forward and he didn't want to know. Soft as John Fury. You like your brother. I'm sure you have courage, so why don't you get in, and me and you can box." Egan assured Logan that he wouldn't offend him in any way, emphasizing that it would be 2 fighting men entering the ring to exchange punches, and the best man would win that night. He expressed his eagerness to hear back from Logan, and asked Logan to wish his brother Jake all the best. He added, "You boxed Dylan Danis, the cage fighter, and you gave him a savage beating. I know he offended you, and you did the right thing to give the man a beating. I won't offend you in any way. It will just be 2 fighting men getting in and exchanging punches, and the best man will win on the night." When they were both in their teens, Egan was one of Mike Tyson's primary sparring partners. He clearly made a big impression on Iron Mike, who dubbed him the toughest white man on the planet, the title of Egan's 2005 autobiography. But Egan just acknowledged that Tyson's comment wasn't totally true.
And at the end of the spar, Mike said, "Joe Egan is the toughest white man on the planet." Far, far, far from it. I was the toughest white man in the gym that day. But what a compliment from a man like Mike Tyson. I got battered by Mike Tyson, and I got battered by Lennox Lewis, but I stayed on my feet with the 2 best heavyweights of my era.
Coming back to the upcoming showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, skepticism remains widespread. Here comes Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., echoing the sentiments of boxing nobility. He's labeled the bout as a joke, but what's the reasoning behind it? In a recent interview with Fight Hype, the subject of Paul and Tyson's impending fight quickly came up. The interviewer probed, "What do you think of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?" Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., never one to shy away from expressing his unfiltered opinions, responded candidly, labeling the fight as, "It's a joke, man." He further elaborated, pointing out Paul's trajectory of facing booms and now choosing to square off against an old guy like Tyson. Along with acknowledging Tyson's formidable legacy, Chavez Jr. boldly claimed Mike Tyson in a real fight can still knock out Jake Paul. The discussion then veered towards Jake Paul's legitimacy as a boxer. When asked, "So do you think Jake Paul's a real fighter?" Chavez Jr. offered a nuanced critique. "He's trying hard," he conceded, acknowledging Paul's efforts in the boxing domain. However, he didn't hesitate to highlight a pivotal flaw in Paul's career. According to Chavez Jr., the first real fighter that he fought, he lost. That's the only real fight that he had, alluding to Paul's bout with Tommy Fury last year. This blunt evaluation highlights Chavez Jr.'s viewpoint on Paul's venture into boxing, revealing a mix of acknowledgement for his efforts and doubt regarding his accomplishments. Additionally, Canelo Alvarez, a former adversary of Chavez Jr., has also shared his thoughts on this potential matchup. Echoing the sentiments of traditionalists within the boxing community, Canelo Alvarez has expressed his lack of enthusiasm for the forthcoming showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. In a statement to TMZ, Alvarez made it clear that he finds the spectacle to be more aligned with entertainment rather than true sporting competition. He said, "With Netflix being involved, yes, that's good, but I'm not interested in that kind of fight. I think it's more of a show than a fight." This viewpoint echoes the sentiments of Bernard Hopkins, who famously remarked that he'd rather watch 2 turtles run than the Paul Tyson bout. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.